Hey guys, welcome back to week 3 of BU 720 Entrepreneurial Finance. So this week we're going to take an important turn from analysis more into communication. So specifically, we want to explore what it means to make a financial ask as a leader of purpose, not just as a project manager. So whether you're ILIDP includes raising funds, gaining internal buy-in, or simply presenting your plan to your stakeholders. This week helps you practice articulating value with clarity, conviction, and integrity. The main assignment is going to be to draft a 2 to 3 page script for a funding or resource related ask that aligns with your ILIDP. So now this doesn't mean that you need to pretend you're a startup founder pitching to venture capitalists, but just sort of think about it this way, that you're crafting a message and it's designed to communicate the financial vision behind your project. You're trying to explain the strategic need or opportunity, and you want to invite others to support or engage with that vision through funding, prayer, approval, or partnership. So if your ILIDP is a digital leadership training for pastors and in under-resourced areas, your ask might be to a denomination, requesting support for licensing tools or expanded reach. But if you're building a wellness initiative for your workplace, you might ask, your ask might be to your HR department or executive team for additional staffing or a trial program budget. But in your script, you're going to address what you're asking for, why it matters, the mission fit plus outcomes, how the funds or resources will be used, why now, and how the recipient fits into the impact story. So you're also going to engage in a peer review process, offering each other feedback on the tone and the clarity and persuasiveness. So it's sort of a good opportunity to practice your leadership in a more supportive environment. The second assignment this week is a research paper, 3 to 4 pages, comparing 2 startup valuation models. So even if you're not assessing a dollar value to your ILIDP, this task will help build your financial intelligence and decision-making vocabulary. You can choose from methods like the discounted cash flow, DCF approach, scorecard valuation, venture capital method, and you're going to explain Burkus method. You're going to explain how every model works, what assumptions it relies on, how they might apply or not apply to faith-driven, mission-based ventures like your own. So the goal here is to become a not to become a financial analyst, but really to learn how value is estimated, how projections shape credibility, and how financial storytelling connects to leadership. I heard it said a long time ago, your ability to communicate directly correlates with your standard of life. So the better you become at communicating, the better your standard of life will be. In accounting, I've been in that industry for a long period of time. With AI and things like this moving this direction, your ability, your soft skills in accounting are going to be a lot more important than your hard technical. So your ability to communicate difficult information in a way that people can understand matters. So in both of those assignments, though, I want you to think about sort of the deeper leadership question. How does your approach to asking or valuing reflect your theology of stewardship? That's just sort of an important question that I want you to consider. Proverbs 16:3, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he'll establish your plans. So that verse reminds us that while financial strategy and communication are both important, they are ultimately submitted to God's greater work. So asking boldly doesn't mean you're asking selfishly. Your message should carry humility and hope. Uh, so here's what to submit by the end of the week: a 2 to 3 page ask script, APA format with at least 2 sources. The ask is a good one to use. A peer review submission in response to one classmate. A 3 to 4 page valuation comparison paper, citing at least 3 scholarly or professional sources, and your discussion board posts reflecting on how courage and conviction show up in your final communication. So, whether you're preparing a fundraising pitch, seeking stakeholder approval, or simply clarifying your project's value, this week is about bold, purpose driven leadership. So I look forward to hearing your voice in the discussion board and reading your work. Keep going and working hard on this stuff. You're doing meaningful work that matters. All right, guys. You guys have a great week. I'm praying for you. If there's anything you need, let me know. God bless.